Dear Prosecutors of Norway, I appeal to all the prosecutors' offices of Norway with a cry for help. On behalf of several Russian citizens who are bullied by bandits, and the Prosecutor General of Russia, Igor Viktorovich Kraснов, doesn't know about these crimes, because his subordinates hide everything from him. I note that our Prosecutor General goes on business trips abroad every day and communicates there with his foreign colleagues, because international cooperation is a priority of our Prosecutor General's office. Therefore, we ask you in Norway to send our collective appeal to Igor Krasnov personally through your communication channels. We also need international journalistic and public control. We are requesting international protection because everything is ruined and stolen in Moscow. Me, Natalia Lapchinskaya, was born in Germany and lived in Potsdam near Berlin for the first years of my life. So I feel a special closeness to you, Norwegians. And we Russians gave you our Svalbard, and in Russia we call it Špicbерген. And now I will report you about 3 terrible crimes in Russia. Me, Natalia Lapchinskaya, live now in Tyumen city in Russia. It is in Siberia, where my parents brought me from Germany in 1991. In 2020, I was actively investigating the corruption of officials in our region as an investigative journalist. My grandfather was also a journalist and an academician. I have a higher education from the State University and a diploma in international relations. I studied for free with a scholarship. And for my modest journalistic investigations, I, like Alexei Navalny, was removed from life. Only not in prison, but in a psychiatric hospital, which is illegal in our region and does not have the right in the legal field to practice psychiatric medicine. Now that doctors and the head doctor of that hospital don't give me any medical documents with their signatures about my compulsory treatment. Although the initiative group and I have repeatedly demanded these medical documents for prosecutorial supervision, but the prosecutors are silent and hide everything. We have been going to them in Moscow and in Tyumen city since the 24th of February in 2021, constantly for personal appointments. The second crime. Here in Siberia, in Tyumen city, also lives Vitaly Korobeinikov, whose family was turned off from the electricity on the 9th of November in 2022 by the bandits of Governor Alexander Moore. Also, these bandits stole the electric light meter from their apartment, but it is common house property. And for more than 2 months, they have had no electricity in their home. The prosecutors are inactive. The police do not come to Korobeinikov's telephone calls. Thus, right now in harsh winter, Vitaly Korobeinikov and his family are in a bandit energy blockade. And the third crime. According to this bandit scheme, the bandits cut off the electricity in Moscow, in the apartment of my old friends Natalia Siroyeshko and Andrei Kravtsov for more than 400 days. Thus, for more than 400 days, these Muscovites lived without electricity. From the 11th of May in 2021 till the 16th of June in 2022, under the noses of President Putin, Prime Minister Mishustin, the Prosecutor General Krasnov, and the chairman of the investigation committee Bastrykin. Maybe they all do not live and work in the Russian Federation, and yet not a single prosecutor helped. Finally, Natalia Siroyeshko simply found the person in charge in the prefecture of the Eastern Administrative District in Moscow and cursed him well one day. And after that, the bandits admitted their defeat. And now, who should Korobeinikov find in Tumen City to curse properly? Dear Norwegian prosecutors, please help us to convey this information to the Prosecutor General of Russian Federation Igor Krasnov, so that he will immediately initiate supervisory proceedings against bandits in Tumen City and Moscow. We have already sent more than 20,000 appeals about all this everywhere. So, sincerely yours, Natalia Lapchinskaya, Natalia Siroyeshko, Andrei Kravtsov, and the Korobeinikov family.